Even though I might not be doing, Vampire at Midnight number 13, I am doing the RBV theater thing. So even though I didn't make the big money and I didn't get the TV series, there are kids that came through the program that did, and that's just as rewarding to me, I think.
Welcome to the Respect the Ranch podcast for September 2009. I'm Scott Bailey. Designed to celebrate the culture of RBV through stories, interviews, music, and the arts, our podcast hopes to draw on the talents of our students and staff to create an entertaining and creative project for everyone to enjoy. Each Respect the Ranch podcast, much like the PRI show This American Life, is built around a theme and then explores that theme in several ways. September 2009's theme, Sacrifice, seems appropriate for this time of year as our newest school year gets underway and the season of fall approaches. With goals in place and dreams on the horizon, so much of our future success is built upon our collective ability to sacrifice in the moment for greater gains in our future. So, our podcast in 4 acts. In Act 1, an RBV senior reflects on the sacrifices made in her family as her dad was diagnosed with a disease. In Act 2, RBV freshmen identify 2 things in their lives that they would never give up. In Act 3, an interview with an RBV teacher about vampires, Shakespeare, and monkeys. And finally, in Act 4, a poem by poet Pablo Neruda, read by a husband and wife who teach at Rancho. All this to come on our Respect the Ranch podcast for September 2009. Let's get started. RBV senior Yetzi Lopez has followed a difficult path to become successful in school. After struggling with her grades her freshman year, her family was dealt a devastating blow when her dad was diagnosed with cancer. She submitted these reflections on both the impact of family and the power of sacrifice she learned through this experience.
My parents came here from Mexico with one goal: to have opportunities that would change both their lives. With minimal education, they sacrificed themselves by giving up their homeland, working hard, and providing what little time and money they had to their family. They were successful and became the best they could be. As long as you try, you will succeed, my dad would tell me. From then on, academic success was my goal. I didn't know how to approach it, but I knew I could accomplish it. Education was the focus of my success. I knew what I wanted to become in life, and I knew that college was in my future. I just didn't know how to approach it. My parents had no experience with college, and my siblings had other priorities, so essentially I was alone. Resources were available at school, I just didn't know how to access them. In my freshman year, I got sucked into peer pressure and began cutting school. I'd waste my time sitting in the bathrooms, just processing nothing. I'd walk around campus as if I owned it, thinking I was cool for not getting caught. I began to lie, cheat, and compromise the values my parents had worked so hard to teach me. My grades reflected that lifestyle, but then reality struck me. My dad had prostate cancer. It was spreading and developing into a terminal disease. I became resentful. I hated the world. I felt useless and continued to make poor choices because I was terrified. But eventually summer began, and my best friend helped me make my peace. My journey to achieving success began, and I was ready to change, ready to make my dad proud. All he wanted was to see his children reach educational success and to be happy. It was the least I could do. After that summer, I knew what school actually meant to me. I was prepared to reach my fullest potential and to show my dad what I was capable of. The new school year was my new opportunity, but my dad was beginning to show worrisome signs. The cancer was spreading. All of a sudden, my newfound focus on school seemed less important than spending valuable time with my family. I put school aside again, for a different reason this time, to be with my dad. Gradually, my dad lost his ability to walk, move, and talk. Day and night he would lay in bed, my mom attending to his every need. My only priority was my family. They were the only thing that mattered, even though I was committed to achieving academic success. I let it go to be a part of what time he had left. My dad worsened by the day. Days passed, and we knew his end was coming soon. Every one of us got the chance to talk to him, and my moment with him will be one I will never forget. Even though he couldn't speak or make gestures, I knew he was listening to every word that I had to say. I told him that I was sorry for not being closer to him. I told him that I was sorry for my mistakes, and I promised him that success in school would be my priority. Most importantly, I told him that I would make him proud. The last words I said to him were, "I love you." He couldn't say it back, and he couldn't distinguish me from the others, but he and I knew what he felt. The next day, my family decided to stop giving him morphine. Hours passed. My family surrounded his bed, and we waited. He began to have breathing attacks and began to mumble, "Thank you, thank you." My brother placed his hand on his chest. The pulse got lighter, and then I saw his hand drop. My world changed. My dad was gone. After witnessing my dad give his last breath, I didn't know what to think, what to do, or what to believe in. School was the last thing on my mind, but when I returned, I was ready to begin my promise to my father to succeed. Second semester began.
And after moving her first semester GPA from just over a 1.0 to a 3.8 in the second, RBV senior Yetzi Lopez is now taking a full schedule of honors classes and undoubtedly continues to make her family proud. And now Act 2. As they prepare for their first year in high school, we visited RBV freshmen during their first full day on campus doing link crew activities over the summer. They spent some time telling us what they would never give up under any circumstances.
Hi, my name is Jackie, and two things I'll never give up are my cell phone and my ability to read.
Hello, my name is Trevin, and two things I won't give up is skateboarding and video games.
Hi, my name is Desiree, and two things I'll never give up are my family and my friends.
I agree. Hi, my name is Tatiana, and two things I'll never give up are my cell phone and my family.
Hi, my name is Raquel, and two things I would never give up are my friends and family.
My name is Colin. I will never give up family and sports.
I'm Wes. I'll never give up friends or family.
It's Jade. I have two things I never give up. One thing is study, and the other thing is life.
Hi, my name is Jasmine, and I'll never give up school or anything I want to do.
Hi, my name is Connor, and two things that I'd never give up are my well-being and my motorcycle.
Hi, my name's Victoria, and the two things I wouldn't give up is my mom and my dog.
Hi, my name is Sarah, and the two things that I wouldn't give up are my friends and oxygen.
Hi, my name is Loam, and the two things I would never give up is family and food.
Hi, my name is James. Two things I will never give up is my iPod and my Wii.
Hi, my name is Isabella, and two things I would never give up in life are my friends and family.
Hi, my name is Katie, and I would never give up Chinese food or seafood because they're delicious.
Hi, my name is Andra, and I'd never give up band or church.
My name is Mickey, and I would never give up my cell phone or my friends.
Hi, my name's Clarissa, and I would never give up my school or my cell phone.
Hi, my name is Zoe, and the two things I'll never give up are candy and friends.
Hey, my name's Corey, and two things I would never give up is my house and family. Hi, my name is Ethan. 2 things I'd never give up is my family and friends.
My name is Langston. 2 things I wouldn't give up are my game systems and my wallet.
Hi, my name's Cecilia, and 2 things I'll never give up on is family and myself.
Hi, my name is Christian, and 2 things I wouldn't never give up are girls and family.
Hi, my name is Anthony. 2 things I wouldn't give up is family and friends.
Hi, my name is Victor, and the 2 things I would never give up is my swag and family.
Hi, my name is Gladys, and 2 things I would never give up are money and friends.
My name is Sydney, and 2 things I'll never give up on are family and softball.
I'm Jordan, and 2 things I'll never give up is football and girls.
Hi, my name is Krista, and 2 things I would never give up are my friendship bracelets and food.
Hi, my name is Jake, and I will never give up food and my hula skirt.
Hi, my name is Declan, and I will never give up breathing and my family.
Hi, my name is Lorraine, and I would never give up breathing or food.
Hi, my name is Joseph, and 2 things I'll never give up is sports and good grades.
My name's Arthur, and 2 things I would never give up is girls and my right arm.
Hi, my name's Marcella, and I can't live without my cell phone and my purse.
Hi, my name is Erica, and 2 things I will never give up are my iPod and my cell phone. Hi, my name is Carly, and the 2 things I will never give up are my makeup and my cell phone.
Hi, my name's Jonathan. 2 things I will not give up is video games and my TV.
My name is Francisco. I don't give up playing soccer and basketball.
Hi, my name is Catherine, and 2 things that I'll never give up is my family and going to church.
Hi, my name is Taylor, and 2 things I would never give up are my mom and my neighbor who's 5 years old.
My name is Carter, and 2 things I'd never give up on are school and family.
Hi, my name is Ingrid, and the 2 things I would never give up is my teddy bear and my blankie.
My name is Abby, and I would never give up 2 things. Wait, I forgot. Wait, what am I supposed to say? Wait.
Things that you would never give up.
Oh, okay, I would never give up my friends and family. So, like, yeah.
Representatives of the RBV class of 2013 telling us 2 things that they would never give up. And now Act 3. RBV theater arts teacher Mark Scott has established himself as a man who can move mountains on the stage with his actors. From directing pieces that are high-energy musicals to powerful dramas, Mark is never one to accept that something is too difficult to be done on stage if his actors are committed and ready to make sacrifices for the production of powerful art. He has made his own share of sacrifices in his life to inspire young actors, and we sat down with him at a local restaurant for a conversation about those choices. I'm here with Mark Scott, our drama teacher here at RBV. Mark, thanks for coming.
My pleasure.
The whole team of the Respect the Ranch podcast appreciates your time.
That would be you, right?
And how long have you been at Rancho?
This is my 21st year at Rancho.
You've been at Rancho since it pretty much opened?
A couple years after it opened, yeah.
And what do you teach at Rancho?
I teach theater arts, 4 sections of it.
And theater arts, you cover the gamut from Drama 1, these are people who never stepped on a stage.
Exactly.
Up to people who've been with you for 4 years, they do community theater, all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, and I'm really fortunate with that because I get to keep those kids for 4 years, and I teach the IB course in theater, which is kind of college level theater, so it's nice.
And you also work with Madison, right? Or some of the middle schools?
Yeah, I just started Madison last year. And actually my kids in the IB program are helping to direct the younger kids. So it's kind of like an outreach program.
Oh, perfect. So let's see. You were recently given an award. I know, was speaking with Renee Collar, who helps out with you. What was the name of the award that you were recently given? I mean, it was a pretty serious award, right? I mean,
yeah, it's the Educational Theater Association's Hall of Fame for all the oldest people that are teaching theater. Actually, I'm the only one without white hair in that group.
Is that nationwide? Is it for the state? Is it local for
this is
Southern
for
California? For the state.
For the state.
Quite an honor. What was it? What was it like? Was other people were honored on the same night?
No.
Or it was just you?
They give out one a year.
One a year.
And I was totally oblivious to the whole situation. I mean, Renee was, like, of course, trying to keep me occupied. I was going to go back to the hotel because I'd had a grueling day. And so I thought it was odd that everybody kept on, like, saying, hey, no, you have to stay, you know, all these different people. And I was like, what do you mean? Who are you to tell me I have to stay? But anyway, when I noticed that my wife and daughter were up on this stage, you know, 2,000 people, you know, and then they started saying stuff about your background, and I was like, hey, this guy sounds a lot like me.
And he is impressive.
I would say that, poor sap. No, I was like, oh, it is me. Yeah, it was a great honor.
And so you've been teaching over 20 years, but your path hasn't been directly into teaching, right? I mean, you didn't leap from, you know, a high school senior into your teaching credential program and then right into teaching, right? You had some stuff in between. So what I've learned a little bit is that you were a working actor for 5 or 6 years, is that right? From 1984 to 1989, roughly?
Yeah, roughly. Right. Well, I was working actually up until the first year I started teaching at Rancho.
Okay, so I'm sure people would love to hear some of the things that you were involved in. I know that you were involved in a movie, right? Something about vampires, is that right?
Right.
This is a major motion picture, right? I mean...
It's a B movie.
Okay, so it was on a big screen then. Okay.
It was on a big screen, but it came out at the same time as Near Dark and Lost Boys, so it was kind of lost. It was not really that quality of a vampire movie. But yeah, I mean, the whole process was fun. You know, I started off, you know, just hitting the bricks like every normal actor does out of college, and I had small successes. I did a lot of voiceover work and radio and little things on TV commercials and things, and that was the first motion picture that I landed, which was, you know, filmed in this Bel Air mansion with, you know, tons of film crew and food, and you really think, wow, this is kind of neat, and then you know, it doesn't happen again for a real long time. But I mean,
can I ask you real quickly about the role you played? I'm sure people are kind of wondering. I mean, you're smiling while I asked that question. You had a minor role, a major role?
I had a very minor role, and most of it ended up on the cutting room floor, but I was actually a detective in the Vice Squad.
And did you have a name?
It was like the first name was Dick, if that gives you inclination.
Right, of course, because he's a private investigator.
And then the last name was something like, rather simple, like Jones. The writers were not very good in this. There was the guy that played the vampire. He was an old, recognizable actor. I can't even remember his name, but he's well dead by now. And the one thing I do remember about that film is in one section being picked up by him and thrown on this table, that because I kind of break this party that he's having with all these little vixens all around him, and he has this ability, because he's a psychiatrist, to infiltrate people's minds and then of course suck their blood. And then so anyway, what ends up happening is he gets me and throws me across this table, and that didn't get put in, even though the take was like 7 times where he just kept on throwing me across the table, where they'd redo the table and lacquer all the food, but it ended up being my first movie credit, so I was like stoked about that.
You're doing battle with the villain. Did you survive it in the movie?
No.
Can I ask you, how did you die then in the movie?
Well, initially it was scripted for me to actually get like my larynx torn out by him. But what ended up happening was that they ran into some budget constraints, so basically I ended up dying by a dialogue, where it was like, oh yeah, he died. Somebody killed him. Pulled out his larynx.
But they don't actually show it happening because of cuts.
Exactly.
You were on some TV shows as well, right? I remember you were on an episode of Hill Street Blues, I think. Didn't you? You had a line. I mean, you weren't.
I had a line. The line was, "Hey, detective, the phone's for you." That was my line. And 7 years of studying Shakespeare.
You poured it all into that one line.
Yeah, I was humbled by that experience. But I mean, I did like getting on the set, doing all that.
I have 2 more things I want to ask you about. One, as I'm skimming through some of the quotations that Renee Kolar collected from previous students about their experience with you, I happen happened upon one by your daughter. And as I'm kind of skimming through it, first of all, it's very sweet. She obviously just absolutely admires you as both a father and as an actor, I noticed. But there's an interesting drop-in that I want to ask you about. She says at one point, Daddy used to tell me all kinds of stories. When I was young, my dad told me stories about his life on the farm, whether it was with Coco, his monkey, or Lucky, his dog.
Yes.
And, a couple of things. You had Coco and Lucky, 2 pets that you had, but I'm interested in a farm. You grew up on a working farm?
As working of a farm as can be in California. I was born in Hollywood, California, and that's where my parents met, of course, and then my dad was from Montana. So he basically ended up in California via the Army. So what ended up happening was he met my mom, an aspiring hairdresser, and they got together and had me, but he always hankered for the wide open spaces because he wore a gun on his hip till he was like 18 or whatever. So we got this 3-acre plot of land and this just menagerie of animals.
Now this is in California.
This is in Grand Terrace, California. Grand Terrace between like Riverside and San Bernardino. Okay. And it's farmland. He started a pet store where we sold feed. We bucket fed calves that he would get from the dairy when their moms would die. He bought thoroughbred horses that were either got blinded or the tongue get bit out by another horse. We had pigs, we had chickens, and then we had, back when there was no inoculation laws, before they started, you could bring in animals, right? So, from other countries. And there was this lady called Jungle Judy, and she would bring by these elaborate exotic pets, and every once in a while the old man would buy one. And he would never buy me a monkey, of course, because they were too expensive. But on the back of a magazine, and we're talking about the 60s here, you could actually send away for a monkey in a box. Well, I got my monkey in a box, and of course he was deceased upon arrival, and it took me a long time to save the money for my paper route to buy this monkey. So anyway.
Wait, I'm sorry, this was supposed to be a living monkey?
Yes, supposed to be a living monkey. Not a sea monkey like those little things. But
this is an actual monkey, and it's supposed to be delivered alive.
Right, and it came from South American. Yeah, I don't think any of them made it alive. There was little hold boxes, I was corresponding with my uncles. I had 2 uncles in Vietnam at the time. And my uncle would write in his letters that there were monkeys all over the place. He goes, if I ever make it home, I'm going to buy you a monkey. He made it home. It was my 9th birthday. He took me to a pet shop. He goes, pick out a monkey. So I picked out this little squirrel monkey, and they snapped off its fangs, which I found just horrific. But he became, I had to tame him a little bit, but he became my really close friend.
And this is Coco.
I named him Coco. And I used to ride on my shoulder all the time and get on the handlebars of my bike, and I'd ride him around. And he was kind of like a siren because he liked the wind in his hair. He'd go, woo! As we went down the street, and everybody knew it was us.
So you're on this farm. Between what ages were you on this farm?
From the time I was 4 years old till 17 when I left to go live in Hawaii.
Those are pretty formative years that you're on a working animal farm. How does a boy go from a working animal farm to trying to get into Hollywood? I mean, it reminds me of the cliche of the kid from Kansas who gets on a bus and comes out,
what ended up
wide-eyed into Hollywood.
Is that even though my father was kind of this, very country person, and he taught me, how to shoot a gun and a bow and arrow, and, I was in Boy Scouts and all that stuff. He had this tendency because, he'd always tell me, you're related to Mark Twain, and that's your namesake, and that's why my name is Mark Samuel Scott, Samuel Clemens. So, and I'd sit there and listen to him, and every night he would read me a story. My brother and I, Sean, we only had one room that we shared together, so he'd come in at night and he'd read.
One last thing. So I've known you for 9 years now, and one of the things that always entertains me is Ranch Review. You and Tom Berger always kind of host that.
Tommy Berger.
What just cracks me up is that your absolute love of mimicry. You love doing voices, don't you?
I do, but Tom is the brains and the talent behind that whole.
So here's what I thought I'd do. I thought I'd take advantage of your love of improv.
All right.
And what I have actually is a script from something that you know. Actually, this is a section from Monty Python's Holy Grail. And there's the scene between the Black Knight and King Arthur. Have you seen? You've seen the film and probably love Python. The King Arthur's played by Grant Chapman, and the Black Knight's by John Cleese. And at this moment, Arthur's trying to get by this Black Knight who's trying to stop him from getting across this bridge, and a battle ensues. And I thought what I could get you to do is to play both of these roles.
All right, I'll give it a shot. I don't know how good I'll be, but... Come on, then! What? Have at you! You are indeed brave, Sir Knight, but the fight is mine. Had enough, eh? Look, you stupid bastard. You've got no arms left. Yes, I have. Look. Just a flesh wound. Look, stop that. Oh, chicken! Chicken! Look, I'll have your leg, right? Right. I'll do you for that. You what? Come here. What are you going to do? Bleed on me?
Yes. Mark Scott, thank you for spending time with us.
My pleasure, my pleasure.
RBV's own Mark Scott, theater arts teacher and resident Renaissance man. And finally, Act 4. Anyone involved in a healthy long-term relationship knows that few things are more important than the ability to sacrifice. Few poets are able to capture the perfection of these sacrifices better than Chilean poet Pablo Neruda. So for our final act, husband and wife and RBV teachers Elidio Benitez and Valentina Mendoza Benitez read Pablo Neruda's Sonnet 81 in both English and Spanish.
Soneto 81 de Pablo Neruda. Ya eres mía, reposa con tu sueño en mi sueño, amor, dolor, trabajos, deben dormir ahora. Gira la noche sobre sus invisibles ruedas y junto a mí eres pura como el ámbar dormido.
Ninguno más, amor, dormirá con mis sueños. Iremos juntos por las aguas del tiempo. Ninguno viajará por la sombra conmigo. Solo tú, siempre vivo, siempre sol, siempre luna.
Ya tus manos abrieron los puños delicados y dejaron caer suaves signos sin rumbo. Tus ojos se cerraron como dos alas grises.
Mientras yo sigo el agua que llevas y me lleva, la noche, el mundo, el viento devanan su destino, y ya no soy sin ti, sino solo tu sueño. Sonnet 81 by Pablo Neruda.
And now, you are mine. Rest with your dream in my dream, love and pain and work, your sleep now. The night confronts the visible will, and you're pure beside me as a sleeping amber.
No one else, love, will sleep in my dreams. You will go. We will go together over the waters of time. No one else will travel through the shadows with me. Only you, evergreen, ever sun, ever moon.
Your hands have already opened the delicate fist and let the soft drifting sign trap away. Your eyes close like two great winds, and I move.
After, following the folding water you carry, that carries me away. The night, the world, the winds spin out their destiny. Without you, I'm your dream. Only that, and that is all.
Again, that was husband and wife and RBV teachers Elidio Benitez and Valentina Mendoza Benitez reading Pablo Neruda's Sonnet 81. And that does it for our September 2009 Respect the Ranch podcast. Thanks again to RBV senior Yetzi Lopez, the class of 2013, and RBV teachers Mark Scott, Elidio Benitez, and Valentina Mendoza Benitez for participating. Our original music was created by RBV teacher Nick Wheat and RBV alumni Nick Shoup, Tyler Estabrook, and Brian Swoboda. October's podcast theme will be built around the power of fear. If you'd like to send us feedback, give us leads on powerful stories, or contribute in any way, email us at rtrpodcast@gmail.com. That's rtrpodcast, one word, @gmail.com. So until October, I'm Scott Bailey thanking you for listening to the Respect the Ranch podcast from Rancho Buena Vista High School.
Hey, detective, the phone's for you.